Avatar!
You think draft picks are your ally?
Yeah.
I was born without draft picks. I didn't see the draft board to the third round.
Oh, how's your team doing?
I'm going to the playoffs. I'm going to the playoffs. I'm going to the playoffs.
If you win, and if you score more of the points than Jason.
I will win, and I will win big. I've outscored Jason easily the last few weeks.
He's been dismal.
If I keep it up, I'm in control of my own destiny.
Yeah,
There's
maybe.
nothing greater than that.
And actually,
got to keep going.
So the only way Jason makes it is if you win.
Yeah.
You have to win, but you have to score less than 30 points more than Jason.
And he has to win.
Yeah, he has
Did you
to
mention
win.
that?
I did mention
Okay.
that. And
Yeah.
he's playing Zach.
Yep.
Zach's pretty decent.
Best team in the league.
So, Jason, it's not looking good.
No.
Well, let's go through our little picks here. You guys have all seen my power rankings. I post them on the site. I don't know if you've ever noticed. A lot of times I feel like I'm typing to the abyss of all that is the internet and post boards. So, but I do make postings. They're up there. I don't know if you've seen them. They're in the little thing. I have Dusty at number 1. Dusty's my champ. What does that have anything to do with football? Or
Well,
she's a cheerleader.
she's a cheerleader. This is my friend sent me an email that says why Illinois is better than Minnesota. And then,
Well,
yeah,
that would be one reason why.
Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like brunettes instead of blondes. But.
Anyway, so Hans is playing Dan. Dan has to win to get in. So if he wins, he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But he's playing you. So what's the likelihood of that happening?
It's pretty low. I mean, I've scored, like you said, like 3, 2, 1, the last few weeks. I'm actually pulling up, I keep everything on this thing called a spreadsheet, Perry. I'm pulling up the luck factor.
Spreadsheet.
The last few
Is that
weeks.
helpful?
So let's compare it. So I'm 11 here. You keep track of that. And Dan is chronic bronchitis. He scored 11th. He's in the last 3 weeks. Counting back from week 13.
Yeah.
He's been the 11th ranked scorer,
Uh-huh.
the 4th ranked scorer,
Yeah.
the 1st ranked scorer,
Okay.
and then the
It's not-
12th ranked scorer.
Ooh.
Okay? I have been one in
One.
the same order.
Okay.
1,
One,
3, 2,
two.
and 3. Much better consistency there. The only week he scored the first amount, the top points, I had the second.
You're
I am
amazing.
not worried. I am not
Amazing.
concerned. The victory over Dan is already going to happen.
Now you just need to win big.
I'm already outpacing my expected performance. I had a big game from Noshan Moreno. I don't know if anyone noticed. I benched Marcel Reese in favor of Noshan Moreno. Marcel Reese had scored in the 20s the last few games. Well, Marcel Reese had just a few points, and Noshan Moreno went for 19. So that's a good trade-off to start the week.
You have such a good mind. You
I'm
just
going
have
to beat
such a
Dan.
good fantasy
The challenge
football mind.
is I'm not completely confident that Zach is going to beat Jason, and I am pretty sure that I will outscore Jason by the 31 necessary points. 31.6, so 32 points. Is that right?
That's true.
Okay.
31.6.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that.
All right. Well, then Dusty's taking on Eric. This is for the crown. This is for the Leaders Division crown, and it's really there's no better definition of the first round of playoffs than this game. I mean, one of them's going to win and lose in the and be in the playoffs. The other one's going to lose, and their season will be over. They'll be crying in a corner. The newbie. I'm sorry. I said Eric.
Let's go back a second. In week 11, I outscored Jason by
Holy God.
like 42 points. In week 12, I outscored Jason by 26 points. In week 13, I outscored Jason by 54 points. So 3 of the last 4 weeks, I've outscored him by more than what I need to next week to beat him. And the 1 week I didn't, I was within 6 points.
Sounds like he's due for a big week. Boomtown. Dusty and Eric.
Dusty and Eric.
Dusty's going to win. Dusty's going to win.
I agree with that. Eric made a post earlier this week where he said, "Nice. I picked the wrong week to bench Decker." So then I went and looked at his team, and Decker definitely scored a lot of points. I almost forgot about what his team names was.
God about. Do you get it?
Yeah, I forgot about it. Newbie, Eric had Decker score 14 points, and he benched him in favor of. I mean, Marshall is going to start no matter what. Wes Welker is going to start no matter what. Jennings is an iffy. So between Jennings and Vic Ballard, he benched Decker, who scored 14 points. So
Vic Ballard is, bro.
yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely favoring Shave Percy in this one.
Oh yeah. What a great name. Just
Yeah.
really gross.
Or awesome.
I say gross, but I'm gay. So,
Well, trust me.
are we recording this? John versus. I'm just gonna skip Pear versus Todd. I mean, who cares? John versus Josh. Good person to play at this point in the season for John. He needs to win and score about 190 points, and then have Jason score about 89 points, which I guess is theoretically possible. But John, start thinking about who you're going to draft next year.
I'm going to go back to your week, actually, Pear. If you have a good week but you still lose, you might be considered the most unlucky team in the history of the league in any one given season. In 2010, Dan finished 4 wins below expected level to finish with 3 wins expected to win 7. Right now you're at 2 wins expected to win 5.36. So if you have a good week and you can get that up, you might be considered the most unlucky team.
I can get it up.
So,
What?
all right.
I'm talking about my wins. Jason versus Zach. That's the biggest one right there. Jason, the only way we already went over it. Okay, Zach, it doesn't really matter for him, but he might as well just kill Jason for you. That'd be nice.
That's all he has to do. I do think Zach will win. I mean, just going in, I voted for that. Yeah.
And then you got the most this is the most important game by far, which is Eric playing Alex. I mean, this is the one that really decides everything.
Eric Tornquist with the big lead in his division.
Yeah.
Alex last.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
mean, he might finish behind you if you win and he loses.
That's a big deal.
So that's a huge deal. Yeah,
Huge deal.
Huge deal.
This is about me.
I mean, I'm almost thinking that we need to split off and have a second losers division for Alex. I mean, and then what we can do is have just like we'll add in a 13th team, right? And then we'll have Alex he can just pick who he wants to play every week. He just is like randomly like, oh yeah, I'll play this guy this week, and then we just depending on if he beats him or not, we'll give him a victory.
I'll pick Aurelius Ben, Peyton Manning, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, but he'll come around. He made a trade for the future.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck. Have fun watching all this unfold. We will.
Oh yeah,
because this is our whole life. We'll see you next time.